I invite you to give me just 60 seconds of your time. In this brief moment, I will unveil a profoundly simple yet powerful daily ritual, a quiet practice, centered around a single, chewable nut. This ritual is designed to do more than you can imagine. It helps to systematically restore your precious energy, dramatically improve vital circulation to the pelvic region, and gently support a calmer, healthier prostate. What I am about to share with you is a pathway to wellness that completely avoids the need for pills, their potential side effects, or any kind of complicated, hard-to-follow routines. This method is beautifully simple and incredibly gentle. It is based on a fundamental signal that your body already knows, a biological whisper it has been waiting to hear again. It just needs a gentle nudge, a subtle reminder to reawaken this innate healing capacity. Believe it or not, a mere 1 minute of mindful, intentional chewing is all it takes to send precisely the right message cascading through your intricate nervous system and down into your network of blood vessels. The result? The prostate begins to feel a significant reduction in pressure, and the bladder, that persistent nighttime messenger, finally stops its nagging, allowing for uninterrupted restorative sleep. As a doctor specializing in men's sexual health for over 2 decades, I have encountered countless good men who feel utterly stuck, trapped by the relentless symptoms that disrupt their lives. They recount the familiar story: waking up 2, sometimes even 3 times a night, a urinary stream that starts frustratingly slow, and a persistent, heavy feeling in the pelvis that sets in by mid-afternoon. But I am here to tell you that when we work to rebuild a few fundamental daily signals, the tide can, and does, turn. This 1-minute chewing ritual is one of the most effective of those signals. I have personally watched patient after patient use this exact method to reclaim their nights, to find stillness and rest, and to feel profoundly more in control during their waking hours. My advice is always grounded in clarity and safety. I connect simple, actionable steps with the real, physiological ways your body actually works. There is no hype here, only science and experience. You will receive the complete picture, the why, the what, and the how, so that you can confidently try this powerful ritual in the comfort of your own home. Now, before we delve deep into the fascinating science of how this simple act can create such profound change, I have a small request. If you believe in the power of practical, science-backed advice to genuinely improve your quality of life, please take a moment to press the like button below. It truly helps our message reach more men who may be searching for answers. And to ensure you never miss out on future insights for better sleep and greater freedom, I invite you to tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your support allows us to continue creating content that empowers you. Thank you. Now, let's continue. It is a common misconception that age is the relentless enemy in the battle for prostate health. But I am here to reframe that belief. Age is not the primary adversary. The true culprit is dormancy. Our tissues, intricate and alive, go quiet and become sluggish when they stop receiving the right inputs, the correct biological signals. The prostate gland and the delicate web of small vessels that surround it are incredibly responsive to the signals you send them every single day, whether you are aware of it or not. The simple, conscious act of chewing with intention is one of the most powerful of those signals. It awakens a remarkable pathway that runs directly from your mouth to your brain and then travels all the way down into the core of your pelvis. This vital connection is known as the mouth-to-brain to pelvis circuit. When this circuit fires, a cascade of positive effects is initiated. Blood vessels begin to relax, tension eases, and vital flow improves dramatically. The vast majority of men hold a common belief. They think their prostate issues are simply an unavoidable, inevitable part of getting older. It is important to understand that this is not the full story, not by a long shot. The truth is, most prostate complaints ride on the back of a single underlying issue: compromised circulation. Over the course of many years, rigid, inflexible vessels, sluggish pelvic blood flow, and a state of low grade, chronic inflammation build up quietly, almost imperceptibly. But this is not an irreversible fate. It is a physiological condition that can be changed, it can be influenced, and it can be improved. The long-term health of your prostate is fundamentally dependent on how well blood moves through the tiny, intricate vessels in your pelvis. When these vessels remain flexible and open, essential nutrients and life-giving oxygen flow smoothly, nourishing the tissue. However, when they stiffen and become rigid, the tissue becomes congested, starved of what it needs. This congestion is what leads to a slowed urinary flow, a buildup of pelvic pressure, and the all-too-familiar routine of nighttime bathroom trips. This pattern almost always traces back to one foundational problem: poor circulation. Let's talk about a miracle molecule: nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is arguably one of your body's most important molecules when it comes to regulating blood flow. Its primary job is to tell your blood vessels to relax, to open up, to become wider. When your nitric oxide levels remain steady and consistent, pelvic circulation is significantly enhanced, and the prostate tissue, in response, calms down. Men who successfully boost their nitric oxide levels often notice a remarkable difference, reporting smoother urination and a profound lessening of that uncomfortable, heavy feeling in the pelvis. This is precisely why this single pathway matters so immensely. Think of it this way: healthy blood vessels are like a flexible, supple garden hose, allowing water to flow freely and nourish the plants. Rigid vessels, on the other hand, are like a brittle, old straw that barely lets anything through. That stark difference in function is what shapes how your pelvis feels every single day. If your blood moves freely, your prostate feels supported, nourished, and calm. If it doesn't, symptoms of discomfort and urgency grow louder and more persistent. The fix, thankfully, is elegantly simple. You must give your body the essential building blocks it needs to produce nitric oxide, and then pair them with a short, mindful chewing ritual. This powerful combination sends a direct and unmistakable signal from your mouth straight to your blood vessels. It is a habit that is incredibly easy to repeat, effortless to stick with, and yet powerful enough to create real, tangible change over time. We often treat the act of chewing as a mere afterthought, just a quick, mechanical step we take before swallowing our food. But I want you to see it in a completely new light. Chewing is the ignition key for your entire digestive and circulatory system. The moment you begin to chew with purpose, it starts a powerful, cascading chain reaction. Each deliberate movement of your jaw sends a signal racing through nerves that reach your brainstem, which then travel down the all-important vagus nerve. Think of this nerve as your body's main communication superhighway. It links your brain to your stomach, your heart, and crucially for our purpose, your pelvic organs. This initial signal prepares your entire body for the nourishment that is about to come. It tells your stomach to get ready. It prompts your pancreas to release essential enzymes, and it encourages your blood vessels everywhere to relax and open up wide. During this critical oral phase of digestion, a slow, deliberate chew creates the perfect environment for salivary nitrates to begin their magical conversion into nitric oxide. This initial conversion is absolutely essential, as nitric oxide is the very molecule that helps to open up blood vessels, including the tiny, delicate ones that feed your entire pelvic region. At the very same time, your parasympathetic nervous system, which you can think of as your body's innate restore and repair mode, becomes more active and dominant. This shift results in a steadier heart rate, lower blood pressure, and a redirection of blood flow to the areas where it is most needed for healing and regeneration. It's a simple, built-in switch that many men have unfortunately forgotten how to use. Certain nuts have the remarkable ability to make this healing signal even stronger. As their natural oils and potent plant compounds mix with your saliva, their valuable nutrients become significantly easier for your body to absorb. The simple act of slowing down the chew gives those nutrients more time, a greater opportunity to enter your bloodstream and directly feed the nitric oxide pathway. The right nut, when chewed with focused intention, becomes a powerful tool to nourish, protect, and heal your prostate from the inside out. The first nut in our powerful duo is a true powerhouse for vascular health, the pistachio. These little green gems are one of nature's most concentrated sources of a very special amino acid called L-arginine. You can think of L-arginine as the absolutely essential building block, the raw material, that your body requires to create nitric oxide. When you chew pistachios, you are essentially supplying your entire system with the fundamental material it needs to manufacture this crucial molecule. The nitric oxide that is produced then goes to work, relaxing and opening up those congested, tight blood vessels in your pelvic region. Many men have been able to dramatically improve their circulation without changing a single pill in their regimen, simply by feeding their vessels what they desperately need. Furthermore, these nuts bring a powerful mix of beneficial plant compounds to the table. They are incredibly dense in phytosterols, especially a compound known as beta-cytosterol, which has been scientifically linked to less urinary hesitancy and significantly improved bladder emptying. On top of all that, pistachios carry natural antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds work diligently to quiet inflammation and ease the cumulative strain that builds up inside the prostate over many years. Now, let us turn our attention to the second nut in our healing protocol. This nut addresses the silent partner in nearly all cases of prostate discomfort: chronic, underlying tension. I am, of course, talking about the humble yet mighty almond. While pistachios are primarily focused on the mechanics of blood flow, almonds play a different but equally vital role. They help to create a profound sense of balance deep inside your body. They are packed with specific nutrients that have a noticeable calming effect on your entire system, that support optimal hormone health, and that gently ease the quiet, persistent tension that so often builds up in the pelvis. When that deep-seated tension finally begins to drop, urinary comfort can improve dramatically, and the frustrating struggle with nighttime urgency often becomes a thing of the past. One of the star nutrients found in almonds is magnesium. This essential mineral plays a critical role in relaxing the smooth muscles throughout your body, including those that make up the walls of the blood vessels that feed your pelvis. When those muscles stop clenching and are allowed to relax, blood can move much more freely, and the internal pressure that is responsible for waking so many men up at night can finally begin to ease. That simple, fundamental shift can make a world of difference in how your bladder and prostate feel, especially after dark. But almonds also bring another crucial mineral to the table: zinc. Zinc is a trace mineral that your body relies on for a host of functions, including healthy hormone activity and efficient tissue repair. The prostate gland itself uses zinc in very high amounts to stay stable and to function normally. When the body's supply of zinc runs low, inflammation can begin to rise, and the tissues of the prostate can lose their natural resilience. Restoring that zinc through whole foods like almonds is a gentle, effective, and sustainable way to give your prostate exactly what it needs to keep its structure sound and its internal signaling strong and clear. Magnesium and zinc work together like quiet, diligent partners in the background of your physiology. Magnesium's primary role is to calm your entire system, helping you to settle into a state of steadier, deeper sleep and significantly reducing pelvic tightness. At the same time, zinc supports the essential, ongoing work of tissue repair and maintains crucial hormonal steadiness. You can think of it this way: one soothes while the other fortifies. Together, these two minerals create a stable, reliable baseline that feels steady and calm instead of spiky and reactive. Your prostate responds to this stable environment with far less irritation and a much greater sense of ease. This is not about creating a quick, artificial hormonal surge. Instead, it represents a slow, dependable return to a natural state of balance that your body can easily sustain day after day, week after week. It is this steady ground that often matters most for long-term health. When you combine these two remarkable nuts, the pistachio and the almond, you create what is known as the prostate pulse. It is an elegant concept: two humble nuts, one quiet minute of your day, resulting in a powerful wave of healing signals that your pelvis understands instinctively, without any struggle, and with absolutely no side effects. This is not some complicated supplement stack or a demanding, difficult-to-follow plan. It is a simple daily habit that literally fits in the palm of your hand. Let's recap the synergy. Pistachios bring the push. Their abundant natural L-arginine feeds the production of nitric oxide, which in turn helps blood vessels to open wide and dramatically improves pelvic circulation. They are also incredibly rich in phytosterols, those remarkable plant compounds that support healthy urinary flow and help to ease pressure on the prostate. And remember, the activity of these compounds starts right in your mouth, long before digestion even begins. Almonds, in turn, bring the base. They supply the magnesium needed to relax smooth muscles and ease pelvic tightness, along with the zinc required to support hormone balance and tissue repair. When you chew these nuts slowly and with intention, you are creating much more than just a nutritional effect. You are triggering a simultaneous, coordinated chain reaction that ripples through your nerves, your blood vessels, and your hormone signals all at once. This is the very kind of synergy that your body is designed to respond to instinctively. The result is a system where nerves quiet down, vessels soften and open, and hormones find their steady rhythm. That is the precise environment where pelvic comfort can finally return, naturally and gracefully. Now, I will provide you with the exact step-by-step protocol. It is designed for simplicity and effectiveness. You will need 6 raw almonds and 6 raw pistachios. There is no need for any measuring tools, no fuss, and no complication. This specific number of nuts is just enough to feed your body the right signals without becoming another chore. The goal is to keep this easy so it can seamlessly fit into your life. First, find a comfortable place to sit down, somewhere quiet where you will not be disturbed. Take a slow, deep breath in and a long, slow breath out. Set your phone aside. This 1 minute belongs entirely to your body and especially to your prostate. The moment your mind begins to settle, your nervous system automatically begins to shift from its high alert, fight or flight mode into the rest and restore mode. This is the biological state where all of your body's most profound healing processes work best. Next, bring the nuts into your mouth and begin to chew slowly for about 30 seconds. Your aim should be to achieve at least 15 to 20 chews for each and every nut. Please, do not rush this process. As the mix of almonds and pistachios turns creamy and smooth in your mouth, you will feel the natural oils release and the rich aroma deepen. That creamy texture is your tangible sign that the vital nutrients are being fully unlocked and activated. These oils and plant compounds are now mixing with your saliva, creating a powerful chemical signal that your body recognizes almost immediately as you continue to chew. Notice how your breath begins to deepen naturally. Feel your heart rate ease. Sense the subtle tension around your pelvis starting to soften and release. That subtle shift is not just a feeling, it is a real, physiological event. It is your body switching gears into a state that allows blood to flow more freely, that encourages inflammation to settle down, and that allows your tissues to finally receive the nourishment they need. When the texture in your mouth feels perfectly smooth and your breathing has become steady and rhythmic, swallow slowly. After swallowing, take a few sips of room temperature water. This will help with the absorption of the nutrients. It is important to avoid cold drinks at this point. Cold tightens blood vessels, and our entire goal here is to keep them open, relaxed, and receptive. Now we come to the crucial second step, a technique known as the directed pulse. Immediately after you have swallowed the nut mixture, I want you to gently tighten your pelvic floor muscles. These are the very same muscles you would use to stop the flow of urine midstream. Hold that gentle contraction for a count of 10 seconds, and then completely rest and relax for 5 seconds. I want you to repeat this cycle 3 times in total. This is not just a simple exercise. It acts as a highly effective internal pump. You have just filled your entire pelvic area with nutrient-rich, oxygenated blood. This contraction sequence then gently squeezes this healing blood directly into the tissues of your prostate, delivering all those beneficial compounds straight to their intended target. The entire ritual, from start to finish, takes just 1 single minute. It is simple, it is precise, and it is designed to give your prostate the consistent daily support it so rightfully deserves. True, lasting results come from steady, consistent signals, not from quick tricks or temporary fixes. Your body responds best to what it can rely on. When you give it the same gentle, healing nudge day after day, your physiology is given the time and space it needs to do what it is naturally built to do. That is the profound principle behind how this ritual works. Repetition builds momentum, and that momentum is what leads to real, noticeable changes in how you feel. Many men begin to notice their first small wins within the very first week. The pelvis feels calmer, more at ease. Those sudden, false alarms that send you rushing to the bathroom become less frequent and less urgent. The process of starting urination feels smoother and less strained. These initial shifts are signs that your nervous system and your blood vessels are beginning to work together in harmony again. By the second or third week of consistent practice, the improvements often reach even further. Your energy levels may feel more consistent and more sustained throughout the day. Your sleep often becomes deeper and more continuous, with fewer nighttime interruptions. You may begin to feel more comfortable leaving the house without constantly pre-planning for the location of the nearest restroom. Confidence begins to return, not because of a pill, but because your body is quietly and surely regaining its natural control. For the man who wants to truly amplify his results, to take this ritual from merely effective to genuinely transformative, there is one final advanced step. Immediately after you complete your 3 pelvic floor contractions, I want you to use your thumb or a knuckle to apply firm, steady pressure to your perineum. That is the area located between your scrotum and your anus. Hold this pressure or make small, gentle circles for 30 seconds. As you do this, keep your breath soft and steady. This focused pressure does 2 things miraculously well. First, it mechanically stimulates both blood flow and lymphatic drainage in the prostate, helping to flush out inflammatory compounds. And second, it is a powerful vagus nerve stimulant, which deepens that rest and digest state we activated with the chewing. When you combine the nitric oxide boost from the nuts, the direct nutrient pump of the contractions, and the drainage stimulation of this acupressure, you are not just supporting your prostate, you are actively rehabilitating it, creating a profound mind-body dialogue for ultimate pelvic health.